Hey, this is Sasha. Thanks for joining me in today's video. And what I want to share with you today is a quick tip about how you can make your YouTube thumbnails extremely fast, quick, and efficient. So stay tuned. I'm going to share with you this tip right now. All right, so if you're a large content producer or you output a ton of content, you might have seen some of the other channels that I have, like this one, Backstage Income, Trader Slot, and My Little Nest Egg. One of the ways to do that is really to speed up and make your workflow efficient. Now, one of those ways to be able to do that is to use content libraries. Now, we go ahead and use Photoshop for our thumbnail designs. And again, my team goes ahead and does all of this for me in the meantime, but I go ahead and set up some of the processes. So if you want to go ahead and actually get some of the thumbnails done by our team, feel free to check out the website videoacorn.com, and they'll be happy to help you out along with video editing, thumbnails, YouTube optimization, and that much more. Anyways, give them some work to do. All right, so to be able to do this extremely quickly, I'll share with you one quick asset library that we have. Again, we use Photoshop for this. Again, you could go ahead and use any kind of platform that you want. So if you want to go ahead and use PowerPoint, you want to go ahead and use Canva, something else, you got to have some kind of asset libraries. So here's the way that asset libraries work. So really, here's a small one that we have that I'm going to share with you. We have a couple of other ones that you'll pull out from. So what you might have is, like, let's say a live asset library. So here's all our live buttons that we may be able to pull things from. We have gradients and colors that we may go ahead and use. And again, these are just like little pictures and clips, so that way we just pull it. We don't have to choose a color. We just look and click and drag, rather than, hey, let me pick one and figure one out. No, this is visual. You just boom, grab one and go. The same thing here, these top bars, ribbons. If we want like a ribbon on the side, we can pull one of these. We want a ribbon that cuts this way, diagonal. We can pull that one. We want an image. We'll pull something over here. We want a screenshot or like a little badge or button. You can have something like this, or a button or badge on the top or side. So this is the way that it really works. We also have some badges here kind of that are a little bit different, and some arrows. So this is the way that it works. If you want to go ahead and create a YouTube thumbnail, normally you start out and you go ahead and you go through the process of, hey, let me pick a picture, let me pick one of these. And here, the way that we do it is a little different. So let's say I want to go ahead and first start with a picture. So I'll take my picture over here, and let's say I'll drag it over. So that's kind of the first step. I'm going to go ahead and reposition, and just watch how quickly I can go ahead and do this. I might go ahead and pull an image over here on the side. Again, you could do this from your desktop and so on, but here's a little idea. Let's say I want to go ahead and make this kind of a bluish tone. So I'll go ahead and take this, I'll resize it, because again, these are just color palettes. So I'm going to go ahead and resize that color palette right here. And now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and change quickly the little bit of opacity here, there for this. Then what I'll do is maybe take in a drag an arrow over here. Okay, so let's say I go ahead and drag an arrow right here. If I need some proof of some sort, we go ahead and drag that asset library over here. Okay, again, you could go ahead and add also some styling, like let's say you have drop shadow, outer glow of some sort, to pop things out. That's a personal thing. But what I'm talking about is the huge construction overall behind just building out these thumbnails. So here I've got this part all kind of set up. Then what I might want to do is go ahead and take something over here. So let's say I want like a little ribbon cut. I'll take this. I could go ahead and change the color of that if I want. I'm not going to at this point. And then the next thing is really just putting in some text on there. And if it's live, we'll just take one of these live ones right here and pop this right up top. So now I've got kind of a basic thumbnail created. So you can see there's a basic thumbnail, and it's kind of done. And the last little bit is we also have a text library, but in this case, I'll just go ahead and manually do it. So we can just go ahead, how to write an ebook fast. So we'll go ahead and do this and resize it. Okay, and there you go. And you kind of get this idea. I'll go ahead and span this little bit of line. And here's the other powerful thing behind this, is that if you go ahead and have these libraries, what I could do is take, again, a gradient. Here's the cool part. You take a gradient, and if I want this to overlay that, I click Alt and click, and it'll go ahead and overlay it on top of that. And maybe it's tougher to see that writing there, but let's say I take like a little bit of a yellow here, and I want to do this just so you can see the example. Not that this will come out perfectly well, but I'll go ahead and Alt click, and it'll just take in that color. That's why I don't choose colors typically. We use it from a color library and color assets. And then what we'll do is we'll just do outer glow, drop shadow, and that kind of thing. You can add those things a little bit later. Here, let me see. Outer glow, drop shadow, and then pop out those writings. But that's really all there is to it. Is if you're using asset libraries like this, you can see you can build out your own thumbnails very, very quickly, and it's much more efficient. And this is how my team at Video Acorns, again, another subsidiary company that I have, and I have multiple companies. That's how they go ahead and do these thumbnails. They make them very quickly for you. Between all the asset libraries that we have, we can pop them out very fast. And if you need some thumbnail help, if you run a big YouTube channel, if you need some optimization help, that's what they're there to do, to help you out. And boom, we got it done. And of course, you tweak it as needed. Maybe you move the words down and so forth, and then you've got yourself a thumbnail, and you're kind of good to go. So using asset libraries is really the key. That's really what you want if you're creating and building a lot of thumbnails. If you want to make this fast, doesn't matter if you're using PowerPoint, doesn't matter if you're using Photoshop or any other software out there. Build your own asset library so that way you could drag things into it and then make it more efficient for you. Because in the end, once you start doing 1,000 of these, 2,000 thumbnails later, you can see the process and how much time you would really save. Anyways, that's my quick tip and insight for you. I hope you got a lot out of it. Don't forget to join us at BackstageIncome.com for a lot more business training. I appreciate it. And remember to check out some other awesome videos, watch some other great tutorials and trainings and freebies that I have down below, and also subscribe. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.